Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. St. Elizabeth principal hospitalized after being shot by a mentally ill man. Reporters has been informed that the principal of the Jointwood Primary School in Makati, St. Elizabeth, is in hospital after she was yesterday afternoon shot by a mentally ill man who invaded the school. The incident occurred sometime after 2 o'clock and has left staff and students traumatized. It's reported that the man entered the school compound wielding a machete, forcing teachers and students to camper for cover. The teachers and students barricade themselves in classrooms. The principal reportedly confirmed the man and ordered him to leave the school compound. This led to a tussle between the two. The principal sustained sharp wounds to the head and upper body. The man who fled the scene was later captured and is now in police custody. Residents reported seeing frightening students fleeing the schoolyard. JFJ condemned murders of policemen in separate incidents. Human rights lobby group Jamaica's for Justice JFJ is condemning the killing of 2 members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force by criminals. Corporal Oliver Mullins, who was attached to the Kingston Western Division, was killed in Trenchtown, Kingston on Thursday, and Constable Brian Martin of the St. Andrew Central Police Division was murdered at a wake in his community of Ricketts Avenue in Maxwell Park, St. Andrew last Saturday. 4 other persons were shot, including a 10-year-old child. JFJ says in a society plagued by violent crime, law enforcement officers face great risk in the line of duty protecting Jamaicans. The organization says it hopes that the perpetrators of these crimes will be quickly brought before the courts. It is also urging anyone with information that could assist to report it to the police. JFJ expressed condolences to the family, friends and colleagues of slain cops. Car thief nabbed after visiting cronies in stolen Axio. A man the Clarendon police believed to be part of a major car stealing ring in the parish was arrested last week when he turned up to visit 2 of his jail cronies at the Linertown police station in a stolen motor car. The man, whose identity is being withheld as he has not yet been formally charged, turned up at the police station during visiting hours on Sunday, October 16. He was driving a 2015 Toyota Axio motor car. Just 2 days prior, 2 men were busted at the Maven police station for trying to sell another stolen Toyota Axio motor car, believing the coincidence to be too great for the suspicion of the police on duty was immediately aroused. Checks were made and it was discovered that the motor vehicle was registered to one of the jailed men. The police probed further and called in the JCF serial number restoration expert. It was then discovered that the vehicle's chassis number and engine number has been tampered with and that the vehicle had been stolen in another parish. He was subsequently arrested and placed in custody. His cronies, 38-year-old Kemar Meeks and 30-year-old Tyrone Smith, both of Evans Street in Maypen, Clarendon, have since been charged with fraudulent use of registration plate, uttering forged document, and forgery. They are awaiting a day to answer to their charges in the Maypen Parish Court. It is alleged that after advertising a stolen motor car for sale on social media, they met prospective buyer at the Maypen police station on Friday, October 14, to conduct the sale. However, the prospective buyer sought the assistance of the police to verify the corporate communications unit vehicle documents, and it was then discovered that the Toyota Axio motor car bore a registration plate that was not assigned to it, and it had been reported stolen in the halfway trip area. The police are using their latest incident to remind individuals of the importance of being vigilant when purchasing motor vehicles. The police are able to assist with the verification process, and people are encouraged to contact their local police for assistance. Woman and 3 men charged for motor vehicle heist. The Portmore police have charged a woman and 3 men in relation to a robbery which took place over the week ago in the municipality. They are laborers Nikhil Angus, 25, Richard Beckford, 23, Tanika Palmer, 23, and Joel Sanders, 23, all of Fitzgerald Avenue addresses in Portmore. They have been charged with robbery with aggravation, conspiracy to robbery, and unlawful wounding. The police say about 6:05 a.m., October 12, the 4 accused robbed a woman of her motor car at the intersection of Brayton Road and Brayton Boulevard in Portmore. They were subsequently intercepted by the police and charged on Thursday. They are scheduled to appear in the St. Catherine Parish Court on November 1. Caymanas Bay St. Catherine residents want bad roads repaired. Residents of Caymanas Bay in St. Catherine are calling for the authorities to move with urgency to undertake road repairs in the area. They say they have been suffering for the past 2 years with poor road conditions. The residents argued that motorists have experienced damage to their vehicles due to the potholes, with some near-miss accidents. They also express fear of being pounced upon and robbed or even killed when they have to drive at a snail's pace to avoid large potholes. The residents say they are disappointed that there have been no action to fix the roads. Amid the complaints, one resident, Kiefer Williams, took it upon himself to do some patching on the road after a bad encounter while traversing the roadway. When my bike fell into a huge pothole on Thursday night, I said enough is enough. I am not going to let these potholes cost my life and the life of others. The only thing I could think of is to get there to train at the pothole them. So I got up early in the morning and started the job, Williams said while smiling. We can't wait on the government to do everything. We as the citizens have to do things to improve our way of living. I love to work and I'm interested in the welfare of the community, added Williams. Businessman Michael Bell, who lives in Caymanas County Club Estate and who was always concerned about the state of the road, said when he saw what Williams was doing, he decided he had to help. Bell bought Mall, hired a compactor machine, and he and some of his workmen joined Williams in the task to fix the potholes. As citizens of this country, out of the love for everyone, we must do things for the betterment of the people, even to help in the fight against crime, said Bell. I wish we had more committed citizens like Williams and Bell, a resident remarked. Fire Brigade targets people with disabilities, the elderly. The Jamaica Fire Brigade JFB will be embarking on a year-long campaign that will focus on improving service delivery to people with disabilities and the elderly. The campaign, which will begin with Fire and Life Safety Awareness Week activities from October 23 to 29, will see the brigade engaging with PWDs, both adults and children, and senior citizens that are caregivers. Groups such as the Jamaica Council for Persons with Disabilities, Jamaica Society for the Blind, Jamaica Association for the Deaf, and Caribbean Christian Center for the Deaf are partnering with the brigade in the undertaking. Speaking at a JIS think tank on Thursday, October 20, Commissioner of the JFB, Stuart Beckford, said the activities to engage the vulnerable groups will be confined to a week of observance. We have always been working along with them, but they are being singled out for attention for this week. Some of the activities that we're going to be undertaking in collaboration with some of these associations will go well into the next year and so on. It is a partnership that will endure for some time to come because as long as they are among us, they will need the kind of attention. We plan to remain engaged with these institutions because they are a vital part of our community, Commissioner Beckford stated. The Commissioner said that the brigade will also target individuals with intellectual disabilities and partner with the poor relief departments within the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development to reach senior citizens. Some of the JFB's immediate plans include the training of fire warden among the vulnerable population, assisting in developing emergency plans, conducting fire drills to test the response of the various groups, and helping them to identify and reduce fire hazards within their spaces. Senior Deputy Superintendent and Public Relations Officer of the JFB, Emilia Ebanks, said messages will be tailored to meet the needs of the various groups. We have to reach them where they are, and for the first time ever in the history of the Jamaica Fire Brigade, we'll be doing brochures in Braille. So individuals who are blind will get that information of what to do to prevent fires and what to do in the event of fires, he said. He noted that the brigade's approach to helping PWDs extend beyond sharing information with the community to equipping firefighters to communicate with them. A very vital part of this for us as firefighters is that we'll be getting some training for members of the fire brigade so we'll be able to communicate with these individuals in a better way. Sign language will alert us and help us as firefighters to teach these individuals how to prevent fires and what to do in the event of a fire, Ebanks said, noting that the JFB personnel will also be able to engage with hearing impaired individuals encountered at the scene of fires. The JFB will be hosting Fire and Safety Awareness Week from October 23 to 29 under the theme, Preserving the Nation Through Life Safety and Fire Prevention. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell.